everyone, Mango7Rule here. How we doing today? Welcome to another episode of Elune. Today we're just going to talk about the mechanics of the game and maybe some stuff you missed, maybe some tips and tricks, just all sorts of little areas that you can kind of improve that you might have missed, because I personally missed a bunch when I started this game out, and I think I know enough to kind of give you some information. So I'm honestly just going to go through everything because I guarantee you there's something in here you've probably missed since so much of it is hidden. So to start things off, this is something I personally missed for a while. We have the Zodiac, and the Zodiac is a huge increase. This part's not bad. You're like 2% damage. That's okay. I'm okay with 2% damage. You also get 15 attack, 3 attack speed, 30 crit, and you upgrade these just with gold. But there are some huge ones like this. February is Aquarius, and you get 1.5 times pirate rate up, which is just ridiculously huge. So this is something I didn't get until very recently that I needed to get right when it happened, because that's a huge amount. And we can see there's a ton of others here, and they unlock as you level up your account. Every 5 levels, I believe, there's account level 30 here for air battle damage. But the most important one, again, is at 35, we get another 1.5% rate up. And you can see they all go up there with a ton of other really cool things. So this is definitely something I missed that you should try not to miss. There's also alliances. These are guilds in this game. Make sure you join one. We have 5 spots available, or maybe less than that right now, available in Mangoville if you want to join. There's also alliance bosses. It's really kind of hard to see. Like, there's so many options here, and some of the buttons just don't work. There's also Altonius. Yeah, you can come in. Disclaimer, you can come in too. There's also 4 guild leaders themselves. There's shops you can purchase stuff like HP of Elunes at level 10. A bunch of stuff opens, but something you might not notice is if you go all the flippin' way over to the right, there is a need to translate button. This is for guild leaders only. They're the only ones who can buy this. And the need to translate button increases the amount of people you can have in your guild. So yeah, need to translate. There we go. There's also donations. If you click on, geez, I don't even know where the button is. Donate here. You can donate up to 100K. This feels really terrible to do since gold is so valuable early, but it levels up your guild by so flippin' much. So if you care about your guild, I really recommend doing that as well. A couple other things too. There's missions to get you a good source of gems early game. So what you do, just go hit claim all. You've got a bunch of missions there, a bunch of stuff. This is just from collecting. Also for killing bosses, you get a couple things here and there. So I can go to stage 5, claim 50 for this one. But the thing is, these run out really quickly. That's kind of why I have so many gems up there right now, is I've just got so many of those stockpiled. Also, with the Zodiacs, you get a bunch of stuff through this as well with Zodiacs. I'm not sure where mine is down here. There we go. 60 total Zodiac enhances. So in 3 more enhances, I'll get another 80 gems from that. So that's a huge way to get gems going. There's also supply. And this one, I'm going to be honest here, I haven't fully figured out yet. I haven't figured out what's worth to buy. But with how rare necklaces are, I feel like this is something I need to go for. So I'm probably going to go for that. There's also a chance to get legendary soul stones, and that's something that I've heard is worth buying as well. I'm not sure about the gems yet. It's something I haven't fully figured out, but we'll figure that out as we go. There's also titles, and unfortunately, a lot of these are hard to get. The easiest one I've seen is the Medina Secret Shop, but they don't actually do anything outside of make yourself look cool, which is basically all that matters anyway. Real here. Next up is another big one that I missed entirely, and that's training. Training unlocks, I think, at level 15, and then you can unlock more slots as you go. I think this one unlocked at level 25. And what this does is make it so a percentage of your XP earned by your max level characters gets sent out to these. Unfortunately, there's a cap to it daily. Right now, my cap is 450,000, and I have 43,000 left that I can get this day. So that's a little unfortunate, but it's something that's there, and it's something that is really handy to just get a little bit extra XP with your main farmer. So I'm going to upgrade this. It's also very expensive, by the way. This is where most of my gold went, but it's max level now, so it's something I'm not going to have to do again. And now I have 550,000 I can get daily. just as extra additional XP. Love that to death. What's up here? We also have friends. If you want to add me, my name is, I can't remember, but I'll just accept everybody here. Friends points actually help out a lot because you can get a ton of smaller level units, and then you can use those for fusions, which we'll talk about in just a little bit. So make sure you're doing this regularly. There's an easy send all button. Everybody likes that. My name, just to be quick here, is M7TR5. I need to change that. I will change it soon. But for now, that's what it's staying at. There's also fusions, and fusion is the main source of everything in this game. This is kind of like the end game. So end game is not really summoning unless you're a hardcore whale. End game is basically fusions and fusions and fusions and fusions. So the way it works is you combine two equal rarity things together, and it promotes it to a random rarity of that same level, or a very, very small chance to increase a random unit. So for example, if we combine two 4-star rare units here, we should get a random rare unit to come out of it. And we do here. So we got a 5-star Sally. But we have like I've heard rates thrown around 1% from epic to legendary, 5% from rare to epic. I'm not sure if those are true or not, but that's kind of all I can say about that. So this is where you want to do your farming. You want to level up all your epics. You want to fuse all your epics. And you either want to fuse your rares or scrap them. We'll talk about that in a little bit here. And this is a good way to bypass the seed requirements, and seeds are the main source of walls, like the main thing stopping you from promoting all your stuff. So it's a really good way to get some 5-star and 6-star units. Next up is exploration, and honestly, I haven't really been touching exploration right now. This is just like your regular missions. We can go like that and just select somebody here. Like 10,000 to send out on a mission is expensive, but it is worth it. But I haven't been bothering to do it, to be entirely honest. Just make sure you don't accidentally click that finish now for 326 gems. Like, who in their right mind is going to do that? Like, even whales are going to be like, really, game? Anyways, next up, we have the workshop, and that's where you craft potions to help you out in the scenario. I honestly just ignore this place for now. It's something I'll do as the game gets a little harder further down. But for now, I haven't really bothered. You get a little bit of bonuses here and there, but it's just not worth it IMO early. And we have the lab, and the lab is where you craft all your skill books. You get these a lot of times from pirates. Pirates are random source of encounters throughout the way, and this is probably the best way I know of to get legendary skill books. Just a really simple fuse right there. I have no gold left, so I can't do it right now, but pretty intuitive once you get into this menu. Holy, there's also light summons, and this one I'm really mad at myself for. There's 2 days left to finish this, and I don't know if I can finish it. There are, I think, a total of 15 epics and 10 rare Elune summons to do, which comes out to 72,000 Elune, Light of Elune, I forget what they're called. They're right here. Elune's Light, I was close. Light of Elune, Elune's Light, same thing. And if you fill out this whole box, you will get a 4 to 5 star legendary from the summon thing. But the problem is, it resets every month. So if you don't get it all, it's kind of a waste, you know? You really need to get it all. And the way to get these is by scrapping a lot of your units. And I think we're about to talk about that now. Almost. We're at Soulstone here. And Soulstone are just ways to summon more units. I have nowhere near enough of anything right now except for lower level stuff. So this is like a long-term, just extra way to get more units. So let's look at our team window really quick here too. Actually, by team window, let's look at our Elune window. So the big problem, the big stopping point of your power in this game, I find anyway, are the seeds, especially the right side seed. So they are huge, and you need to do all your daily dungeons to get these. Some people do buy an extra entry with gems. I'm not confident in doing that yet. I'm not sure if it's right, but it is there if you do want to get a couple extra. I've needed one more for like 3 days now, and in 5-7 hours is when I finally get to 6-star my rev. So this is why the fusion we were talking about earlier is so important, because you can fuse into 6-star and bypass seeds. Obviously it's random, and the chance to get a legendary is really low, but it's kind of the only way to get stuff right now. There's also, what else can we talk about here? Holy, there's so flippin' much in this game. As for your Aeons here, the best place I find to use it if you're trying to spam things out really quickly, if we go back to the lobby, there is this buff time here. If we start this Elune XP buff here, it gives you 50% extra adventure XP. And the fastest place I've found to do it is on hard stage 1-1 or 2-1. They're one wave areas that you can just body with an AoE farmer like Rev or basically anybody that can really do damage can get through this really easily. And that just gets you so much XP so fast. And that is just the best place to get as much as you can in that 1 hour period IMO. Outside of my 1 hour period, what I generally do is go back to hard mode and I complete all of these things in the bottom left. They're basically quests for characters. And right now I have 1-7 to do, and it resets every 8 hours or something like that, 5 to 8 hours. I can't remember the exact time, but you can see it at the bottom there. And there's some in each little area, 72, 36, so I have to do those ASAP before these reset. And again, some for each hard difficulty. And the reason why these are important is because it all leads towards Weiwei, one of the great supports of the game. And you get some bonuses as well. So if we click on the bottom left, we can see like an exclamation point. That means his quest is here. And we can also see red dots, which means I can talk to her, get some stuff going here, get some conversations going. And you get a ton of stuff as well. You can also send them gifts. I only recommend doing favors. It says favor just because you get the most amount from them. So you can send them a bunch of gifts and you get a ton of affinity from them too. You get a ton of rewards as well. Holy, pirates are also insane. If you ever have a pirate pop up, you do it no questions asked. They're really easy and they are super great XP. I'm trying to figure out what else I should talk about because there's so much in this game. There's so flippin' much. It's really hard to narrow it down. I'm just trying to talk about kind of everything as we go. As for your gems, I have 2,300 right now, and you might think you should really summon, but I don't feel like that's the best use of your gems. I stopped doing this. Basically, I don't anymore at all. I'd rather use my gems on stamina at this point. I do my premium ruby every day just because it's fun, but that's about it. And I've done my selects as well, and I do my friendships as well here too. As for the shop, which you should buy if you're looking to spend real money, I personally bought the selective summon. I also bought the single first purchase thing, which is really good value. And I bought the Aeons for 15 days pack, and that's it. I also buy this every day here. This 100 Aeons for 25 gems. I feel like that is the best use of your gems for anything. I don't think there's any better way to use your gems. And I also bought this. I bought the 7-day XP scroll for 24 hours. Just because at the start of the game, I feel like I could have really used an XP boost. So 280 is just not bad for 7 days of double XP. So I think that was a really good buy. I'm not sure if I'll buy it after the first time, but for now, it's exactly what you want, especially when you consider fusions are where most of your new units are going to come from in this game. Also, going back to the lobby here, some other things that are just kind of hidden. If you hit event, there's a 7-day login. Sometimes it's hiding there. You'll be able to see it. But more importantly, there's the launch event. And this is just like, there's no red dots here or anything. I just noticed this last night, I think. And this is where you get Miho's costume. All of these were complete for me. And all of these were complete as well. Make sure you go into here and click all of these things. Like, I don't know why there was no red dot, but there was no red dot. You should always pick Aeons as well from this. I don't see picking gold or Elune's Light worthwhile. Obviously, login things there too. There's your buffs. Always get XP personally. And I think I covered everything I can. I just wanted to vomit information out to you guys and hopefully cover everything I specifically can about stuff. There's obviously all your dailies that you need to do too. But the long and the short of this game is as long as you're not missing anything, just farming on hard 1-1 or your quests or something like that is going to get you a good amount of fusions as you go. Just try to do it with as least max level characters as you can, like I'm doing. I do either just solo Rev or I do Rev plus Fahrenheit, and that's it. Also, to remember, legendaries aren't the be-all end-all in this game. At least at this point. At this point in the game, rares and epics are also fantastically good, if not much better than their legendary counterparts right now, because they're easier to produce, they're easier to 6-star, easier to get ascensions and stuff like that too. So keep that in mind going forward. I think 6-starring Freya was a bad idea, to be honest, but I did it because I like her. I feel like 6-starring the rare instead would be a better option, but it's just what I did, so I'm happy doing it. Anyways, that's about it today. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. As always, if you have any questions, send me PMs in Discord, ask them in the description or comments below, or anything like that. If you feel like I missed something, and I'm sure I did, because I just wanted to go at this game and try to cover the UI, since there's a billion things in the UI. That was the goal of this video, but I'm sure I missed some stuff that people want to know. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe as always, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye everybody.